to this video. I'm Jonty500 and this is a highlight video of round 8 of the official NoDo Multiclass Endurance Championship on PS4. In this race I will be driving a Massacre race car and I will be starting in 7th position. So I got a really bad start into the first corner and I've already fallen down to 8th position, and there I also lose another position down to 9th. There's a little bit of pushing around here in the hairpin, and I managed to actually get back up into 7th position, and it's a nice good start, but a little bit back and forth, back into 8th position there after running wide in the last corner. So there I managed to pass on the outside of another driver, and I get back into 7th position, which was my starting position also, so doing quite good so far. So here VXWK gets caught on the inside barrier, and that enables me to move up into 6th position. Now I hadn't had much time to practice for this round because my game was acting up and I had to reinstall the entire game, which took forever with my bad internet connection, and so I haven't had much practice. It is a car I like, but this car on this track I haven't practiced a lot, and a lot of my pace always comes from my practicing. I do a lot of practice before events, and that's pretty much the only way I'll be able to compete. In this race I'm in GT1, driving a Massacre race car. GT2 are Jesters and the GT3s are in Comets. Now in this race there's something really odd, because GT2s, the Jesters, are actually faster than the Massacre race cars on this track. So therefore you will be seeing a lot of GT2 cars passing me, and also it mixed up quite a bit. So here I managed to catch up to 5th position, Hissen, which is actually the team that we are currently fighting for position in the championship. But as you see now, there's some person that has caught up to me behind, and it's Broffy1322. He gets a run on the inside of me, and Lucia knocks me in there and causes me to crash in there. Not a good overtake. I'm not really happy about what he did there, and for some reason I think he was so caught up in his battle with Broffy that he didn't notice that he took me out. So here another GT2 car gets on the inside, Nismo 97, and I'm back in the 10th position, but I haven't lost any positions in GT1 so far. And you see there on the left side VXWK had an issue, and that enables me to move up 1 position. Here again the GT2 guys have managed to overtake him, and there's some kind of accident there, so I get up here and pass both Hissen and Nismo and gain 1 position in GT1 for a moment at least. Then Nismo hits me and knocks me into the barrier, and I think the GT2 cars have been really way too aggressive here. They may be faster than us, but there's no need to just kick us around like that. It's disrespectful, and quite frankly I was really annoyed with it during the race. As you see right now, I have people right on my back, and on my left there we have Hissen, and he forces me to go a little bit wider there, and I didn't like that. And then we also have another GT2 car in Sensi coming up from behind, and also Lucia ahead of me, and it's really hectic right now, a lot of cars everywhere, and you really have to look out where you turn. So here I make a clear mistake, Sensi gets the rough end of that. To be honest, I don't know, it was kind of my fault that, because I saw him, but I didn't believe that he would come so far out to the right, so I tried to keep my line. Sensi apparently wanted to take the line on the outside, and it cost me to crash into him. Here I try my intention there was to let Subaru go because he's my teammate and he's in a faster car. So I go out wide because I want to let him pass, but apparently he had exactly the same idea to try and pass me on the outside, and that of course causes both of us to crash, and also my third teammate in GT3, Smitty 112, also get passed in that accident. It was really unfortunately how it happened, but still, you know, miscalculation, miscommunication and things like that happen. So this a little bit later on here, and I go a little bit wide to allow Subaru Wolf to get past. But the thing is, the Massacre has a little bit better top speed than the Jester, which makes it a little bit difficult in these situations when you try and let people go. Also, a little bit of an oversteer from Subaru there allows Campy Colin to get past us both. And so far I haven't lost too many positions, you know, in GT1 at least. I'm just here fighting with these GT2 cars, and I'm just hoping right now that they get some speed together and get away from me so I can start focusing on my own stuff. But right there I'm making a grave mistake with the two cars, iMorocco and Subaru Wolf. I tried to turn in to take the corner a little bit, but I didn't look out enough and I got caught up with the guys there. You know, stuff that happens, you know, a lot of happened here already that I didn't like, and of course some people have gotten caught up in some accidents, and to be honest, you know, these kind of things happen from time to time, you know. A small mistake can lead to a much bigger accident in these kind of conditions when you have guys going this fast. So right now ahead of me we have Sin C23 and his Jester, and he makes a mistake there, which allows me to move up into 14th position overall. But you know, I'm not fighting with Cincy, and I would much rather want him to just speed off in the right direction. But simply because I don't want him to be past me, that doesn't justify him to knock me like that and just force himself like to drive past me. The overtake, and you have seen these from the guys before, from the GT2 guys, I think they were way too violent in their overtakes and they didn't give enough respect to us. And as you see there, he makes a mistake and I knock him to a little bit and I almost got pulled into his accident there. But the GT2 guys were way too violent with their overtakes, and I feel it was respectless because the next time Sensin got back to me again, you see, he knocks into me again. And like, I was so frustrated, I was really pissed off at this point. You know, that guy's a commissioner, and a commissioner should not be doing that, that's for sure. So I definitely think, you know, just being faster than a guy doesn't mean that you can just go around and just smash into them like that. It's respectless, and yeah, I'm not happy about it, not a little bit. But either way, now I have to try and start running again, because you see, I made a little mistake, but right in front of me there we had Massacre Maze, which is GD1 car that I'm trying to catch up to and overtake, because right now I am second to last in GT1, and Massacre Maze is the guy in front of me that I want to overtake. But you remember what I told you, with a little practice, and then stuff like that happens. In this race you're gonna see so many accidents from me, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, you know, the lack of practice, just the general lack of consistency from me, because, you know, I've been playing a lot of heists and not racing too much, simply because, you know, when you get some new stuff into a game, you want to try it out, and I've been playing a lot of heists, and I don't think that I'm done with heist either, but I definitely need to work a little bit more on my racing skills. Pedestrians were also a really big problem in this race also, and as you see there, Parse Guard, that was the GT1 car that was behind me, so that basically means that now I'm at the back on the last guy in GT1, and I'm actually right now just making some more mistakes here, as you see, but I'm currently fighting with the GT3 guys. So this race has been really bad, you know, a lot of accidents, some you know, frustrations with the GT2 guys, just because, you know, of those unnecessary overtakes. So right now, as you can see on that table, Massacre Maze has already, because of all the accident, managed to build up a lot of time to me, and that causes me just, you know, to make so many dumb mistakes that I usually wouldn't make. I'm completely off my game, I'm frustrated, I'm angry at myself, I'm angry at the GT2 guys because, you know, everything that happened. I'm just not on my game right now because of everything, you know. Like when you're racing, you get into this zone like state where you don't, nothing else really matters, you know. You get into the zone and you only concentrate on the racing. But then when these kind of stuff starts happening and you get off your game, you get frustrated, and that's when you start making accidents, and that's when your consistency fails and you start crashing into everything, just right there. The guy in front there is Massacre Maze. I managed to close the gap, but then I got too excited by seeing him and I crash again. So, but at least now I know that the guy is right in front, and now it's time to start pushing to try and get past him. So here we have some lapping action of a GT3 car, you know. Still, even though I'm back into 17th position, I'm still lapping people because some people are having even more issues than me, and I also watched some other highlight videos with people having lots of accidents and having problems, and yeah, so this race wasn't good for many people, and it's basically a highlight video of me making mistakes. You know, I think most people already know that I did not manage to get my position for Massacre Maze. I just kept on making mistakes, and yeah, and not doing so well, you know. I was pretty much 2 whole seconds each lap off Massacre's pace, and after the race I actually loaded up this same track and tried to do it again, and it did not end up, or actually when I loaded up the track again, I tried to just concentrate on my driving, get, you know, back into it, and just push, and I managed to reduce my, like, the first lap back from the first running lap that I had during the after race session that I tried with the track. I managed to get a time 2 seconds better than the best I had during that entire race. So yeah, it's simply, you know, I think I actually just gave up. I didn't feel the passion that I normally had, and just, yeah, it just didn't feel right, and it just ended up badly. But still, you know, I still love endurance racing, you know. So sometimes these things happens and you get knocked down a little bit, but you just need to try and keep going and just get back. Because I know that next round 9, we're gonna be in supercars on Olympic Grand Prix. It's a track that I have practiced a lot this season, and yeah, I am putting down quite a lot of practice for that race, and I will be prepared to try and better the race results from this one. But still, we have some more race here to get through, and so I should maybe just concentrate on that. Right now you have seen a few guys lap me. You see Mayor Ryan coming in on the inside here, and of course Nismo there on the right. These two guys are fighting while trying to lap me, so it's a little bit humiliating when the people do that. So, but my mistakes are not done yet, you know. I just keep on making these mistakes. I don't know what the problem was, you know, but still, mistake after mistake, they really became costly. So as you see from this table here, I'm not even on the first bit, but you see now, right now Massacre Maze is 13 seconds ahead of me, and that just keeps on growing from this point. there's pretty much nothing I can do. He's much faster on pace, and I'm terrible. And these kind of mistakes don't make it any easier. But the thing in this race is, like, I get lapped by the people I have fought throughout this championship. Guys like Danny and you know, Abe Gunners and these guys. These guys I fought throughout the championship, and now they're lapping me. So that just tells how far off the pace I was during this race. Practice makes perfect, and in my track knowledge with certain cars and practice, that I really need that. Some guys are natural talents, and you know, they can just jump into any car, any track, don't have any much practice, would still just do fine. But I need to put in those laps, I need to put in that practice to be able to compete on this level. So right now behind me is Double S92 of GT3, and this guy is like behind me in the overall standings, but I know I don't want to destroy his race, because I know the battle for the GT3 championship is wide open, and Double is up there with the other guys. So I decide here that I'm gonna let him pass. I go really wide in that corner, accelerate up here, and you see I just stopped gassing just to let that guy go, because I felt that he needs to be able to battle for the win in GT3, because right now I'm just fighting to keep away from the last place. Right now it's between me, Parksgard, and my second mate, who's gonna be on the bottom of the list, and I don't intend to be that person. I really don't want to be. Last season I was second overall in GT2, and I don't want to end up in last place. I have missed 3 rounds, the first 2, and round 6 I think I missed also. So in terms of points, you know, I need to get in some good points these last 2 rounds, so I'm able to avoid the last position in the championship standings. As for my team, Wolf's International Realty, you see Hisson here. He's in the Overflood team, I think it is. Yeah, it's Overflood, hopefully. And these are the guys we're fighting for position in this race. Now, Subaru Wolf did a really good race, you know, in this, but I think Camp Khan, also known as Future on the forums, so I think he beat Subaru in this race, which made them, of course, get some better points. And also, of course, as you just see, Hisson just lapped me, so he beat me in GT1, and Smitty112 had a really huge lead in GT3 until he disconnected. He had a little bit of a history of disconnecting from these races, you know, with his, you know, the connections on the Rockstar servers with some internet is not working at all, and yeah. But there you saw VXWK making some mistakes, pretty much the same mistake as I made next round, and I'm not having a good time right now. Actually, at this point here, I see that Subaru is ahead of Camper Kyle, and to be honest, I don't remember actually how it went, so I'm gonna see once we get to the results of it. So I have these guys ahead of me now, and right now, you know, I just want them to go, because I don't want to mess up for anyone at this point, and you know, I'm not battling for any positions right now, so I just want to let people go, not mess up. I have been driving on for myself quite a long time, you know, without anyone like challenging me. So I put up a little bit of a battle, you know, because to have some fun, because if driving on your own is not fun in a race like this, especially not when you drive on your own for like an hour. So I just decide these few pictures, or what do you call it, just this small video bit here shows exactly what I felt about the race. This is really at the end of the race, and I have no positions to lose by doing this. But this just sums up perfectly what I think about the race and my performance in it. I really like the car. The car is really good, you know. The Massacro, I've always liked the Massacro, but my own performance here was just shite, and this thing sums up my feeling about my own performance perfectly. One thing you need to know about me, I always finish what I start. Even though I was last and I was far last, I did not quit. I maybe stopped there to show exactly what I thought about the race, but I did not quit anyways, and I finished the race driving. So this is now, I got 8th position in this race, which only gives me 2 points in the championship. Massacre Maze finished before me and he got 3 points. Parks Guard behind me got 1 point. So I think there's only like 1 or 2 points that differentiate between me, Massacre and Parks Guard for the jumbo position. So that's it. Winner in GT1 was Craig 976. Winner in GT2 and overall was Nismo 97. And the winner in GT3 was 40. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.